Hey guys, take three. Welcome to the channel where it's all about racing. I'm Mark. I'm having a hard time. I'm really tongue-tied today. It's Friday, it's late, and I've been busy as crap, and I'm really late getting this one done for you. But one thing I wanted to show you here was the collection of cars that I have not opened or reviewed yet, and they will all be coming at one time. I'm trying to do one a week so I don't overwhelm you with the number of cars I used to do. As you can see, I've got a whole line of prototypes here. I mean, a whole bunch of them. In fact, we're going to recover one of those prototypes today, this Mazda. Then you see more Porsche prototypes as well. All sorts of special edition cars. A really old TSM Coca-Cola Porsche. I really can't wait to do this one. An Acura, and the BMWs. I got the pair, both the 24 and the 25. So lots of cool stuff to review. Also, I wanted to mention another gentleman, a Frenchman by the name of Petito, P-A-T-I-T-O. I'll put his name in the description section. He does really good 143 scale model reviews. He's got far more technical expertise than I do. His work is just exceptional. Guys, check his stuff out. There's virtually nobody, it seems, but he and I doing regular reviews these days. So if you haven't gotten your fill of sports cars, check his channel out. In the meantime, let's get to reviewing this 143 scale Mazda 787. Now, this is a car I think that everybody knows. Everybody has made this car. In fact, my first one of these was this Hachette model. Well, you see over there, which you can see I already broke the antenna on it. Anyhow, this is a much nicer Spark model than was the Hachette model. That's 143 scale. It comes on that really unique base we're going to take a look at in a second. The box says Rotary Le Mans History. And as you can see in the background of the box, it has a list of all the rotary engine cars, when they competed, so forth and so on, which I thought was really cool. It is closed-sided. Looks like so. In the back of it, well, I just can't make a whole lot of sense out of it. It looks like it might be a picture of the car, but it is absolutely awful looking. The side, Mazda Rotary Law. And the bottom of it is your typical, in fact, you wouldn't believe this was a Spark if I didn't show you the bottom of it, because it just doesn't look like a Spark box. It's not the usual Spark packaging that you typically see, but it is a really cool looking car. Now, the Mazda 787B was a Group C prototype racing car. Ran from 1990 to 1991, and it featured the Wenkel rotary powered engine, the R26B, and it was an evolution of the Mazda 767B. The car would compete in 21 races over 2 years and would win only one race, the 1991 24 Hours of Le Mans, with three former F1 drivers, including Johnny Herbert from the UK, a three-time F1 winner, Volker Weigler from Germany, Bertrand Gachet, if I pronounced that right, Belgian-French driver, not sure. Anyhow, 1991 was significant for a Japanese manufacturer, that being Mazda, to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the first time. And it was the only manufacturer not using a reciprocating engine design. Now, this particular car, if you're in the States and you've been to any of the historic races, you may have seen the 767 with the Renault livery. I have personally seen it, saw it down at Sebring for the first time this year. And they were in Atlanta, a race that I unfortunately had to give up. But the winning number 55 car, the one you see here, has been displayed at the Otaru City Museum for 20 years after its Le Mans win, but it was returned in 2015 to Mazda Headquarters, where it remains today. And I asked about that at Sebring, and that's exactly what they told me. They said, we'll never see it. It's not leaving Japan. So anyhow, that's it. And as you know, Renault was a Japanese apparel company, and they'd been making, I guess, the team kits for Mazda for years, so they honored them with this unique livery, this stitched orange and green livery that you see, which I think by itself looks really crappy, but for somehow it really fits this car. I think it's really, really good. This is a really neat Spark model. It is so unusual. I'm speculating that this is a much older one because the box when I got it was beat all to hell. It was a secondhand car, but the car itself is in excellent condition. As you can see, the detailing is everything you would expect from Spark, even an early model. I mean, I've got some Spark models, some really old ones that are quite crappy, quite honestly. But this one is not that. Everything about this is so much better than every other model that I own or have seen, from the decal work to the placement of the decals, just the, everything is just done better. It's so much better than the Hachette model, which if you put them side by side, quite frankly, they look almost the same. But, look at the nice wheel detail. You can see just really nicely done. You see the radiator in the front of the car. You don't see that hardly on any other cars. Two aerials that look, I know they're fragile and I ain't going to touch them, but they look like they're sturdy, but I'm sure they're not. Even things like the windshield wiper detail is good. The interior detail is really quite good. It's kind of hard to see. It is a right-hand drive car, respectively. And here's a look at the the driver's side. Not that I keep thinking passenger side. And you can see the exhaust finally, which is right there. And scan along to the top. And finally, there's the rear of the car, which, to be quite honest with you, there's not much to see there. Just the diffuser, the rear wing, which looks like it's almost level with the body as it slopes out. But I think they did a really nice job with this. It is a really good-looking car. It's classic. Everybody's got this in their collection, or you have to have it. As I said, most of you probably have this. If you don't, get one. It doesn't matter who makes it. I mean, you'll find a million of them available on eBay. This was the only Spark model that I was able to find, and I have been searching for a Spark model, quite frankly, for well over a year. Glad it finally came out, though. Glad to pick it up. Hope you've enjoyed it. You've seen my backlog of cars I got, so plenty of good reviews coming. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time. Take care.